Have you ever noticed that tiny hole at the bottom of airplane windows? Most passengers ignore it or assume it's just a design flaw. But that little hole is actually one of the most important safety features on the entire aircraft. Without it, the window could literally burst mid-air. Let's find out why. When an airplane flies at cruising altitude, about 35,000 feet, the air outside is extremely thin. At that height, oxygen levels drop and the pressure is only a quarter of what it is on the ground. To keep passengers safe and comfortable, the cabin is pressurized to mimic the conditions at around 6,000 to 8,000 feet. That means there's a massive pressure difference between the inside and outside of the plane. Now, guess what takes all that pressure? The airplane windows. Each airplane window is made up of three layers of acrylic plastic, not glass. The outer pane faces the freezing low pressure air outside. The middle pane acts as a backup in case the outer one fails. And the inner pane, the one you touch, is just for protection and comfort. So where does that little hole come in? Right between the inner and middle pane. That small hole, called a bleed hole or breather hole, helps balance air pressure between the cabin and the air gap between the window panes. Here's what it does. 1. Equalizes pressure. The hole allows air from the cabin to flow between the panes so that the outer pane bears most of the pressure. This prevents the inner pane from cracking under stress. 2. Prevents fogging. It also helps control condensation. When warm air from the cabin meets the cold outer layers, the hole allows moisture to escape, keeping your window clear so you can enjoy the view. 3. Safety backup. In case the outer pane cracks, the hole ensures that cabin pressure doesn't immediately rush out, giving the crew time to respond safely. At 35,000 feet, temperatures can drop to 60 degrees, 70 to 60 degrees. Without that hole to equalize pressure, even the slightest flaw in the window could cause it to fracture under stress. So yes, that tiny hole may look insignificant, but it's literally saving lives every time a plane takes off. So the next time you sit by the window seat and see that tiny hole, remember, it's not just there by accident. It's a small feature that plays a huge role in keeping you safe at 35,000 feet above the ground. If you found this video fascinating, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves flying or engineering wonders. Because sometimes the smallest details make the biggest difference.